Hello, everyone. Welcome to special episode today where we are having an exclusive interview with our star kid, Karthi, who has achieved a lot. He has won the state championship, national championship, and also has brought roles on the world stage at the World Cadets tournament. And we are joined with the parents, Subba and Shwetha. Subba sir and Shwetha ma'am. Hi, welcome to our episode with Premier Chess Academy. And we also have Arya Bhakta, who's the coach, like superstar coach of our academy for Karthi. Hi, Arya. Welcome. All right. So, sir, ma'am, before we dive into the questions, we would like to know about you first. So, can you just tell us a little bit about your background? What do you guys do? Where are you based right now? And things like that.
Yeah, so let me start. So, hi all. So, we both are IT professionals actually. So, we started our journey in India and then USA, and then we finally settled in Canada. So, we moved to Canada in 2020, and that's our simple family with four. Me, my husband, and then two kids, Karthi and Saket, and both are good chess players.
All right. So, do you guys also play chess? Do you guys also have interest in chess?
No, Shweta doesn't know much. Shweta was learning from Saket and Karthi. Usually, I play chess, very basic level. Usually, like I'm playing in the mobile, so kids are watching to me what I'm doing, and that way they inspired and they learn from me.
All right. And how did you get them into the chess? What was the age that Karthi and Saket started playing chess? Like, as you said, like you were playing on mobile. Did they find it fascinating while you were playing and they wanted to try it out, or you took it
Yeah.
a call
So
that?
yeah, I think I remember Karthi was at age of 6 and Saket was age 8. So in the COVID time, so we should not go out, and I'm just playing for timing in the mobile. So just Saket and Karthi just watching in my mobile and what dad was doing. Uh, uh, so that way, they keep on asking me what is this? What is this? What is this? Why you're moving this piece? And so that way they got some knowledge from me. And first I teach to Saket, and we both are playing, Saket and me. And Karthi was just observing between me and Saket was been playing a game. And Karthi was completely observed like what we are playing. I didn't explain to him but he grabbed that knowledge from his brother, and when we are playing both each other. So initially, uh, I just explaining like very basic level, not that much level, and that way they learn chess and they playing together and improving their chess. Uh, Initially, Karthi was daily losing games with Saket, uh, and he was like feeling why I'm not winning with his brother. So that way, he was like a kind of he's had a very good memory. Once we said any point, he looks like he had a very great memory. He doesn't forget that point, that memory, that position, and the play and the game. So that's why we are forcing to him to learn chess. Uh, Initially, we Saket was joined the, I think I remember Premier Chess Academy, right? Yeah, first Saket was joined, and I don't know the coach name, and later.
Right. Yeah, it's a Ritish sir who joined.
Yeah,
So when we were looking for institute, we were googling it about what's the best institute right now suits, because it's a COVID time and we doesn't
yeah.
know, and it's all online classes, right? So we were little hesitant for Karthi because he's just 6 years and we aren't sure if he can grasp all points what teacher says. So what we thought is like, let's join our elder one, Saket, and then once Saket is in and he's making good progress, then we thought, as Karthi is also progressing more after Saket joined and inspired by his brother. So we asked to evaluate in the same institute, PCA, and then luckily we got Arya sir. I'm sure because we didn't know about Arya sir before, and we were
Yeah.
asking for a trial class. And that day particularly, Arya sir was able to take up the trial class and evaluate
Oh, I
my
think
kid.
first I think Arya sir did a kind of small
Yeah, that's the
test to
feat.
him. Yeah, test to him. So whether he was fitting into Saket's same group or not. I don't know that day he answered all the questions what Arya sir was asking. So he said okay to join. I don't know later he progressed well or not. I think he progressed well. Uh, that was we remember. Later onwards, daily, weekly two classes he was attending and playing together, brothers. So that way, like Karthi was really improved. So that was really appreciate to Arya sir only because uh, whatever whenever we asking the questions online or we keep on asking about their progress. Uh, they are improving, they are learning or not. Uh, is it good to go out to play on-board tournaments? Even I think RS are suggesting to play instead of playing online, let them play on-board. So before we don't know. Before, to be honest, we don't know we're good to go or not. So that way, they learn the good knowledge and chess from me and RSR mostly.
All right. So I'd just like to hop in here. Arya, a quick question for you. It's a good throwback to us for the memories for Karti's trial. Like, do you remember how did the trial go, and what was your thought process? And Sir and Mama mentioning that you took like kind of a test. So, what was the thought? What was that test about, and how did you decide what would be the next steps?
Exactly. I think it was one of the most memorable trials because I had to wake up at 3 a.m. actually. Like usually that never happens. But yeah, lucky that that was the most important trial, I would say. I mean, and well, I was shocked to see like a 6-year-old kid playing that well. I think he had like around 1400 rating at that time. And yeah, I was definitely impressed by his skills, I have to say. Like he was answering all the questions I asked him very nicely. Yeah, that's it. And now he is around 2200. He has improved really, I'd say.
All right. And Sir, ma'am, you very well answered the question, right? What is the right age? So for Karthi, it just happened that because his brother was there, so he just started out early. And do you think has Saket also played like his brother has also played a huge role, like in terms of uh Karthi being there, just Karthi getting motivated and things like that?
Yeah, I say both of them get inspire and motivate each other because initially when Sakit started progress, a very good progress, and Karthi was still learning, and then Karthi overtook that progress, and then Karthi did better than Sakit, and then now Sakit better. Like it's like always a kind of race. One dominate each other always, and it's always if it's for us like both kids challenging each other and improving day by day by inspiring each other, they both support each other and then play each other on the board, practice each other. So it's a good thing that they have a companion. So it's a bit like going good for them as they have good companion and then good challenge.
Right. And how do you balance this healthy competition among child? Like,
That's a little tricky, I say, because both are little sensitive at this age, especially they feel little. Uh, we need to balance out because the age which they are in, they don't know what's good and bad, so they may feel bad if someone praises other kid. So we will talk openly to both of them, and then we say them like, this is what you did and this is the progress you made, so you are achieving this. And we did a transparent communication with both of them, but still we see some kind of differences some or other time. But luckily Saket takes things in a positive way, and he is like now is doing a very good job now, inspiring by his brother. So he feels like he should again compete with his brother and overcome that. So it's like he's taking it in a positive way, and Karthi also takes in a positive way. If suppose in the home when they both play the onboard games, so mostly Karthi wins, but Saket also wins sometime, and they never try to feel bad. They always say like, "Yeah, you did this good. This move is good. So that's why this game was you won." So that's how they both teach each other. So that's the good part, which like made our job little less. But yeah, sometimes very rarely we see those differences, and we handle it better. Yeah.
And also, like we said to, yeah, I want to add one point here. So we said both during the game, don't think about your winning or lose. just focus on the game and don't think about the result. And once you are done the game, don't discuss whether you lose or win. Like don't argue. Basically, like brothers will keep on arguing and keep on discussing about the same point. Yeah, we said like we motivated that way, so it will be a good nature, good environment at home.
All right, awesome. So, just curious here. So, Aya, just stepping in back to you. With sir, ma'am, it's easier, right? Like, they are their parents. Both the brothers have to listen to them. Both the brothers were in the same batch, right? So, how did you handle that conflict, or how do you handle with the other kids in the batch also? Like, just in general, the emotions of the kids when they are losing or winning. How do you keep that in check in your classes?
Yeah, generally I don't think like they're that upset when they lose. It's just like there's a fun environment in the class. Like uh, no matter what they lose or they win, they are just always happy because they played a good game. And as I always like to motivate them about like just you played a really nice game. Your efforts were good. Very small mistakes, and that's why you lost. And about the brother rivalry, I would say that I had the same thing. So when I was like around 6, I have a twin brother too. So we used to like fight for the championship too. And yeah, it was chaotic. Like sometimes I won, sometimes he won. And like even in the state championship finals, like we were playing in the top board, like two brothers playing. So we always annoyed the other like participants, just like Saket and Karthi. And that's what I told their parents, like they have the ability. Like I can see the same thing in them.
All right, awesome. So your personal experience actually helped here to dealing with the kids.
Yeah.
All right. So, ma'am, anything special that do you do to support Karthi and Sakit's chess journey? Like from your end, what do you think? Like, what are the resources or opportunities that you provide them to help and learn and grow in chess?
So my husband Subba, he does most of the groundwork for the resources. So first, we first check with Arya sir what would be the better courses for him, because Arya sir know in and out of Karthik's strengths and weakness or Sakit's strength and weakness. So we ask his suggestion where to start or what to start, and then based on Arya sir's suggestions, my husband gets the courses and the books what are the relevant ones which required, and we always ask them to practice the things better and then learn the things first before they go and compete. So they do every day minimum 2 to 3 hours of practice, and then that's how they talk together or practice together and improve their accuracy level and all. And for the opportunities, I say I generally go, and I'm the one who is organizer because I don't know the chess. I just organize his tournaments here. So every month or ahead a month before, I book for the month tournament. Like every weekend, almost we both sacrifice our weekend. So we always spend with both kids over the weekend. Almost at least 2 to 3 chess tournaments I book over the weekends. The onboard games here in Toronto. So we four persons go for the games. It's not like they go and I sit. I also support them by traveling with them in the local tournaments and all. So that's how we are maintaining the calendar 1 month before, to be like to reduce the conflicts and all. And also they do regular practice that's helped them to achieve things in these tournaments.
So, you said right about 2 and 3 hours of practice per day. So, how does this affect their other activities with the school and ongoing activities, and how are they able to balance all these things?
Yeah, so here they do most of the stuff in the school. So they get a kind of home assignments or assessments, whatever they give us. So first Karthi or Saket first come to the home. They after freshing up and all, they do the homework first. So whatever they get, and then they start practicing the chess after. So if it is a summer, they go out and play soccer. We take them to the park for socialization and all. But as this is winter now, we can't. It's little cold, so we feel like uh, let them practice. If they wanted to play, I have some board games or some other games which we play together so that they relax their mind or get stress out of that. Yeah. So they are balancing quite well right now. as Karthi is doing his grade 3 and Saket doing grade 5. I have not seen any disturbance in their academics. Even the class teachers were quite good with or happy with them. Recently, we got the reports too for this term. So there was no disturbance to the school. It's like they were balancing completely well.
Yeah.
All right, great to hear that. And just curious and also interested to notice that this chess helps in any way to improve his like academics. Maybe like let's say there are many benefits for chess, right? Concentration and does all of these like the other cognitive aspects of chess, does that help into academics in any manner?
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely it helps. It helped them too. So Karthi has a good memory from beginning though, but he never put things on like uses it properly. So after he started more onto the chess, he memorizes so many moves. Even if you ask him his game, he tell his whenever he's more in like his favorite game or favorite something, he will tell all the moves of the game. Like his memory improved a lot, and even because we started most on the this regular rated tournaments, so he improved his patience and focus. So when the focus got improved a lot after playing these regular tournaments. So this also helped him in studies, like he can grasp things quickly now because of his memory improvement, because of his memory usage. He grabs things quickly, and then when he listen for the first time or second time, he will tell you back. And even when he read a story, he gets every week a book to read and write the story. So he just reads the book for one time, and then he narrate me the story, complete story.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. That's awesome to hear. Such great, sharp memory and remembrance power. Like, I would like to ask Arya. Arya, how do you deal with a kid like who has such exceptional memory? As they are pointing out, he's able to remember all the games and everything. So, also, we reflected upon the courses that you suggest for the kids to opt, and also the books. So can you just let us know some of the books that you have recommended that Karthi and Saket has already gone through, and what is your approach towards the special memory that he has?
So I would definitely say, yeah, like Karthi has an excellent memory. Like sometimes I remembered one day he was attending a master class from our academy, and I was watching that for just a very short time, and he remembered the exact same opening that we had like gone through, and he even said that we saw this in this class. And yeah, I was surprised, like how did he remember all of those moves, even like till the middle game. And yeah, definitely that's a big big specialty of Karthi, I would say. And about the courses and books, I always so like I know what I have gone through, right? So yeah, I just share them what the best available in the chess world right now. And I like some examples. I don't remember the exact examples, but I think I suggested Yusupov series. That was the first thing for strategies and tactics. And then I suggested a lot of courses from Chessable as well. And Karthi deliberately did all of them. And like I'm very surprised. Like he's always active on Chessable as well. So yeah, that's all the thing.
All right. And also, just for the audiences, can you give like an example how deep can Karthi remember the moves? As so ma'am said, like the entire game, 40, 50 moves, or like does it goes like 20, 30 moves, or how long can he remember?
Yeah, as I said, like we were just discussing a game. Like we discussed the opening, and so it was the four knights opening, and he remembered the exact same pattern, like where he had to get the king up. And yeah, at least till the middle game, he remembers everything very clearly. Okay, entire game is a bit difficult, but like his memory is crystal clear till the middle game, like the patterns and etc. All those stuff.
So Chirag, to add it here, I can give you an example. We just started trying the he as Karthi is more interested in chess. We asked him to do the blindfolded game. He did 4 to 5 games in the home, just once in a month or so. We try for fun, And surprisingly, Karthi almost won like three of those games. And then he remembers that after the game, I asked him to put it in the online this website to analyze. Then he just put them, even though he's blindfolded, he put them all the moves as is in the website.
Yeah, he just played like a closing blindfolded. Like he played 4 games, I think. He won on all 3 games. That is really surprising for us. So we didn't expect that much memory he was having. Yeah, that is really surprising for us.
All right. And Arya, how do you approach like teaching blindfold chess to kids? Like, is that what you do add in your classes?
I let them sometimes play like simul stem stuff. Like I think Karthi also played simul against like 5 kids at one point, and if I remember correctly, he won most of them actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good trade he has.
All right. And sir, ma'am, like going on, as you said, also about Arya recommends the books and the courses. Do you also like, let's say you're going to a bookstore, you also pick up random chess books for him? And what are the like, apart from this, Arya said, Chessable is one of them. What are the websites or the tools that you're also using apart from the books for the kids?
Apart from Chessable, I think Karthi was very active on Chessable, and he also practiced in League Chess and Chess.com. Both, I think those two were mostly he was practicing the games, and Chessable was like whenever Arya sort of suggesting any course, he was going and practicing in that. Mostly, those three only. Like in one of the tournament, I think Karthik got one chess-based database as a gift, but he rarely used that. Mostly, he was spending the time in Chessable and playing on the board.
All right, let's move ahead. And how do you manage, like, let's say we are also talked about the tournaments. So most of the time he's winning. Sometimes he might lose. So how, as parents, do you handle that, and how do you inculcate like a sportsmanship spirit in him?
Yeah, one good thing in Karthi is like he never takes win or lose to the heart. Maybe he will feel for 5 minutes either win or lose. He will just feel for 5 minutes, and then he will remove that from his mind, and he only thinks of the next game, or he only thinks about how do I play with my friends after this tournament or in between or something like that. He never takes anything to the heart, so that's the good thing. Which even made us to think, because we take other pressure, because he being such a good at chess, and when he loses things, we feel bad, but he never does it. So that's a very good uh, positive thing which he Karthi had. And apart from that, we always ask him to, like, he manages his emotions perfectly, and we always ask him to just treat the opponents well, and then talk, like, focus on the game, think about the game, and then just focus on the game irrespective of what it is. Just focus and learn thing out of it, even though you win or lose. That's what we would just say.
Right. And let's come to you, right? As you said, sometimes it gets tough, right? Seeing your kid lose. So how do you handle these expectations? Like there are expectations from a lot of people and opinions from a lot of people. So
Definitely.
how do you handle that? How do you cope up with it with having like a child prodigy there?
Yes, definitely. The expectations are more on Karthi. Even for example, for the Canadian nationals, we know Karthi will give the tough competition is what we expected. But the rest of the parents there, everybody expected Karthi would win the championship, but we didn't do, and that surprised us even, because the expectations are more. We didn't expect more because we may feel disappointment once the result is negative, right? That's where we didn't expect more, even though we have confidence in Karthik. But these expectations are like a little kind of challenging for us too. How, like, because when we go there, they directly say to us, like, your child is a chess prodigy. How do you make him? How do you make this progress? Or how do you make him on focus and all? So it's like, for firstly we keep Karthi out of all these things, so we don't involve in him in any of the conversations which we have with other parents. Secondly is like, even though they have expectations, and if it is a win or lose, we learned is like we should not take it to the heart. So we also learned it from Karthi, like, don't take it to the heart, even though we have that stress, So Karthi should win based on his previous results. Based if Karthi has lost with the same opponent whom he won 10 times, sometime based on his mood or brain or whatever the situation distraction he had, he will lose sometime. Definitely every person has win or challenges to win or lose, right? So we try to make him active and then focus. That's the only thing we try to do. But rest of the challenges we still have it. Even now, everywhere we go, we still face that. Karthi is kind of prodigy over here in Toronto, especially. Every parent knows us, and every parent know Karthi. So even when they look at pairings and they see Karthi as the name there, so that parent came to me and openly said, I know the result how it would be. My child gonna lose, Karthi gonna win. That's how they were saying. But the result was opposite that day when they said me for one particular day. I was feeling bad because they expected my son to win and that didn't happen because Karthi got distracted. At his age, it's very easy for him to get distraction, right? So that's where we were facing challenging part, and to maintain his consistency is what we only focus. And we always asked Arya sir multiple times this question. We expected Karthi will win, but Karthi lost, and that player is not. Already Karthi played with him multiple times. We asked these similar questions to Arya sir multiple times how to overcome. So Arya sir gave suggestions on how to overcome and where the areas of improvements where he can do further, so that he don't repeat such mistakes later. So that's how we are focusing. But yeah, expectations are very high on Kyle. That's what I can say.
All right. I'll come back to this. Also, I would like to know, there's also an interesting story behind this. I was at trials. I also teach not as at the level as Arya does, but at a very basic level. So there's this interesting thing as taking a trial. That kid was a beginner, and the parents thought the kid is at a higher level. And the fun thing is, they came to trials because they saw Karthi win the Canadian Championship, and they were like, they had a talk with you, and they realized like how serious chess can be and things like that. So after having a discussion with you, they also decided that their kid should pursue chess. So like, what are your feelings then, right? Like the parents said their kid finished last second in the tournament, but like in the first round, I guess the kid got paired with Karthi. So how do you feel like other kids and the other parents are getting inspired by Karthi and then trying to pursue chess seriously? So how do you feel about that?
Yeah, that's a great proud moment. Like Karthi set that level of where the expertise level, and he made us even set it certain. He made us to sit in the top. Like parents, as a parents, we feel proud of him though. Yeah, this is what I even feel whenever wherever we go, we face most of the questions. So who is his coach? Which institute he's being part of, or what is his age? Can you give his coach contact number? These are the four famous questions we always listen, and I think from Toronto or from Canada, if you get any of them, those would be definitely most of would be from us. We were the kind of advertiser here for PCA. That's what I felt sometime. But it's like really great because Karthi showed such an improvement after joining Arya Sir class. I definitely agree, and I'm so happy or proud to say that. So it's like Arya Sir is not only a coach. I feel he is a kind of mentor even to him. So he teaches and then motivates him. Even we say to sir that Karthi doesn't take when we say some words. When sir says, Arya sir say, he accepts things easily, and it's an easy path for us to get the things out. So coming to the tournaments, when we listen all this, we feel great, and we always give the information that Arya sir is the coach and PCA is the institute. Just opt for trial class, and we never gave Arya sir contact though. But most of them wanted Arya sir as their coach now.
All right. Arya, coming to you, how does it feel to be so famous and having so many entries for you, especially at such a young age? Also, for the audiences, I would like to just tell them Arya is still in school. So himself, like being too young, he's still studying as well as like coaching. So Arya, how does that feel? Like, how does that feel?
Yeah, like well, I have like for example, there was a one kid who got inspired a lot by Karthi, and she always like wants to be like Karthi. and their parents too. Like they're always asking like, so I shared the result, like Karthi became Canadian, like both the Canadian world champ, like Canadian champion, and performed a lot, very good in the world championship too. And they said, "Can you make my kid like that?" And I was like, "Yeah, definitely. Why not? You just have to put in the effort like Karthi did." And all I need is the support from the parents too. And I would say Karthi's parents have been really helpful and supportive in that way. And yeah, like I do get a lot of requests. Like I'm very sure they are mostly from like Karthi's parents' recommendations.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there are like a lot of Canadians I have.
All right. Thank you, sir, ma'am, for such being advocates of Premier's Academy. And coming back, so I see there that there has been a lot of a good communication between the parents and the coach happening here. So, I would like to put the question for both of you, the coach as well as the parents. How important or key is that communication here, like in terms of feedbacks and like all the other aspects, like choosing tournaments, practice schedules, resources, everything. How big or an important role, and like how do you feel like what are the things that you do to communicate, Arya? Like just formally.
So I feel that's the main important thing when you wanted your kid to focus on, even though it's not this field, any field, the trainer and the student should be connected each other. Otherwise, if you don't have the connection, whatever teacher says, child can miss some parts of it. As Karthi and Arya sir has so much connection together, so whatever Arya sir says, Karthi can grasp quickly. Even though for fun, I say that I will change the coach, he never accepts. Even for fun, he says, I want Arya sir, only for Arya sir I'm going to that class. That's what he connection he had. And he always admires what Arya sir does, even though Arya sir teaches well, that's for sure. But apart from that, Arya sir particularly focus on where interests of each child. I think, I hope every child Arya sir looks at. And when it comes to Karthi, when we ask questions, we contact through WhatsApp always and ask him. We feel like the progress of this particular tactics or any area, middle game or end game, we ask him. So how do we find, how do we improve him? How this could be happen? So I also say thanks to my husband, like he's one of the biggest pillar over Karti's success, because Arya sir teaches and then suggests things, but after suggestions came out and then what to get, what course or what book it is, he's the one who gets or opts them first, get them to the Karti, and after getting them he doesn't leave it there. He daily, every day, he says what to practice in that particular course, because a course can have multiple concepts. He says, so today practice this session, this class, this lesson, and then tomorrow do this. And he maintains a calendar
Schedule, yeah.
kind of schedule, like today he practiced this, so tomorrow to balance it out he should practice, suppose he practiced middle games today, and then he has to balance the rest of the games, right? So next day or next week it should be end games. So he manages the schedule, he follows up continuously on how the progress is. So with this all together, Arya sir and Subbu, both of them together, I think this is the biggest achievement, biggest strengths for Karthik. Both are biggest strengths.
All right. Sir, the question to you, Arya, I'll also come and talk to you about the communication involved there. What are the things that you do? But sir, just since you're talking about it, sir, how do you educate yourself? As you said, like you were a very basic player and you were just playing online on the apps. So how do you keep yourself educated? How do you keep yourself updated to the latest chess happenings, rules, strategies, and like and how are you involved, especially ma'am mentioned, but I'd also like to hear from you, how are you involved in Kathy's chess world?
So basically, like I have very less knowledge. So once Karthi was played any tournament or any game, so we just evaluate himself and writing his mistake on the notebook, and the way he was learning his mistakes first. And basically, I will evaluate using the stockfish something, but I don't want to tell him where he did the mistake. Let him do himself the evaluation and understand his mistakes where he did. And after that, we encourage him to and also with stockfish. So that is a one thing. And uh, after completing the any tournaments, we just evaluate like uh, who is opponent, what is rating. For example, if we play Karthi played any bigger player, like a high rated player, so then I will think like he will give some tough competition. Maybe he will, like in the game, like Karthi will be where opponent was making a mistake. And so that way, like after completing the tournament, how many games he lost, how many games he draw, how many games he win. So that way we evaluate his game. And I'm communicating to the Arya. Uh, like each and every tournament, like we definitely inform to Arya, hey Arya, Karthi win this tournament, Karthi lost this tournament. Mostly, I remember last year Karthi played almost around the 30 or 35 tournaments. Uh, he won almost like in top three, almost in 33 tournaments. We are sharing all the pitches to Arya. If he lose any match, uh, sometimes I can understand, but I cannot understand that much depth level. So that time I will contact to Arya sir. Arya sir, like I don't know what to say to Karthi. Can you talk to this game in the next class? So that way, Arya sir will talk to the Karthi about the game and where he did the mistake. Uh, so that way, I think he can
Improves.
improve. Yeah.
All right, interesting. So, did you learn stockfish especially for this?
No, basically, I don't know. Like uh, after like joining my kids into the Premier Chess Academy, I heard that word before. I don't know the stockfish and all this stuff. Even I don't know too much, to be honest. So in school days, like uh, in school, my school days, like we have a kind of teacher just telling very one or two classes, and after that, I learned myself only. Just a time pass game I'm playing in my mobile. And I never bought a board. But in my home now we have another two boards, and kids having the iPad. They use iPad only for practicing the chess, laptops, practicing the same.
This
Yeah,
generation,
yeah, yeah. This generation, to be honest, like they will not read books. To be honest, yeah. Uh, and the same thing we also discussed with Arya. Like Arya, they are not reading the books. What should we do? Uh, Arya sir was suggesting read yourself and teach to the Karthik. That is very that is very big job for us. Like after completing our job and open the middle games book, and we studied like half of the book, but the time is not that much sufficient for us. Whenever we getting the time, like instead of reading and watching the TV, we are reading chess books and teaching to Karthi and Saki. Simple.
All right, interesting. So, how does that help you personally in terms of chess rating? Has your rating also skyrocketed?
No, no, no. Like I will not play. I stopped playing almost 2 years back when my kids. I teach my kids. That time I can play with Saket and Karthi. Now I cannot play with them. To be honest, they will checkmate me within next 10, 15 moves. So that's why I stopped playing chess. Yeah, that is the one thing. And usually, like I will watch the games like a grandmaster they play, right? Even Arya also plays some tournaments that he shares the link and we watch the games online. I love to watch the games like cricket and chess. Nowadays, like I'm not watching the cricket as well. I'm just watching chess only. Magnus, Nakurma, and our Canadian chess grandmasters also playing games. I'm just watching those games only. Yeah.
All right, interesting. And about these things, right? This is very interesting that kids nowadays are not reading books, but they are spending too much time on laptops, iPads, and everything. So, how do you balance the screen time? Because screen time is also
Yeah.
a challenge for parents these days. So, how do you tackle that problem?
Mostly, I think as per my when we are at home, they will not open any other. Uh, Basically, like Karthi and Saket, they will not watch any TV, to be honest, and they will not watch any YouTube videos. They don't know basically like what is YouTube, but they know Saket knows, and because like at school they will teach some lessons in YouTube, And Karthi don't know that much. He don't know about laptop we can use other purpose. Mostly they will use only chess, as per my understanding.
Yeah, and even for the screen time, even for chess, it's little high because
Yeah.
in 2020 it used to be online classes and it used to be like 70% or 80% of day they used to be in front of laptops. Now, as they are going to school, they are not in
Yeah.
front of laptops, right? It's just 2 to 3 hours per day. I think that's still okay. And then as we didn't want them to continuously sit in front of laptop or tab, what we make is like we ask them to practice for today's lesson, whatever he finalizes.
Yeah.
And then after we ask them to take a break and play 3 or 4 on-board games each other, and then come back again after some time so that they get some free space or eyes, some relaxation to the eyes and all. So that's how we are just managing, take break in between and asking them to play on-board games, or break in between and going out or just for park or something like that.
Awesome. Great to hear that. And Arya, coming to you, we were talking about communications, right? So we missed that question for you. How important do you think communication is? How do you usually, what's your approach for communicating with the parents, and how do you take that?
Yeah, first of all, I would say that I would have loved to, stay right beside Karthi when he was playing the World Championship, but unfortunately that couldn't happen. But yeah, I mean, just to compensate that, I'm always like, 24/7 available through WhatsApp, like any kinds of like, anytime I'm always available. And I believe that is a very important thing, communicating with parents and for, any kinds of general discussion that I have to do. I just always just ask them through WhatsApp. Very importantly, like not really any particular time or anything. Just go, to discussing them directly.
Okay. All right. Awesome. So, sir, ma'am, just a few questions left. What are the future plans for Karthi? Where do you see him going from right now, where he is?
Yes, so we wanted Karthi to be right now he's going to under 10 category in here. So we are mostly focusing for the next 2 years. He has to get the world championship this time in the under 10. He's slightly missed under 8, I feel, even though he's fifth. Uh, as a parents, we expected this time, which didn't happen, as to be in top 3. And so for next few years, like he actually wanted he also wanted to be a world champion as Magnus, and his favorite player is also Magnus. But right now we are mostly focusing for coming 2 to 4 years, like under 10 and under 12, so that we are always making him to participate in the open category tournament, so that he get to play with high rated and other people. So we are trying to book the tournaments in a way that he gives most of challenging, or he gets most of challenge part of the games, right? So that's what we were focusing. And then the world championship obviously is the main goal. And I heard it's in India next year, so let's hope we meet Arya sir next year.
All right, that would be great. And let's move on to a fun segment, as we have less time left. So I'll just throw on some quick questions, and you can choose to answer them like in a line or a word or something like that. What is the most rewarding or a satisfying thing about being a chess parent?
So when Karthi is happy with the tournament, we feel happy. It's like when he feels sad, we feel sad. So that's the only reward. Like we don't bother about money, but we only bother about his happiness.
All right. And what's the most challenging or frustrating thing about being a chess player?
It's like maintaining consistency.
Consistency,
He
yeah.
lose is
No, I think earlier he had some consistency issue, like during playing a game, if someone distracts or someone make a noise inside the room, or when he playing a tournament, uh, he just comes out to the game, and yeah, he's very
distracting.
yeah, kind of like he cannot come back with us with from that. So that we have the issue we have earlier. We have earlier the issue, but now it was like a some part he was a good consistent, and he plays consistency. Yeah, at least he will give tough competition to the big players. So we already started like RSR and some other tournaments. We are meeting like whenever we go the tournaments, some people are suggesting to him to Karthi, why Karthi was playing this category wise tournament. Let him play to open. And we also checked with Arya, let him play to open. I think last year onwards he was playing open categories. Yeah. So that way, like he can improve himself, right? Yeah, with big players.
All right. What is the most funny thing that has happened to you guys, like in a chess tournament or while learning chess?
Yeah, funny thing, there are so many, but the first funny thing is like whoever his father taught the chess, he stopped playing after 6 months after kids started growing,
Yeah.
and he's completely stopped now. He don't even use his profile at all now.
Yeah, I'm just watching their games. Yeah.
All right. What is the most surprising thing that you have learned or discovered yourself as parents while?
Surprising thing was he's winning
Yeah.
CYCC, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so
We thought like in CYCC Canada National wise, we don't have that much expectations. We thought like at least he will be placed in top 10. To be honest, top 10. But that was unexpected to us.
like
He was placing the first
yeah,
place. Yeah.
CYCC is Canadian national, so we didn't expect that he will nail 7 out of 7 rounds.
Yeah, that particularly one round was sixth round, right? I think he played almost 4 hours, 4 to 5 hours. That was like really surprising for us. And he came with the win. Yeah.
Right. What is the most important or valuable skill that you have developed as being a chess parent?
Yeah, don't take win or lose to the heart.
Yeah.
All right. And what is the best tip or advice you have given to Saket or Karthi from your side?
It's like we say that daily 100 times. Play slowly. That's the only thing we say. Even Arya sir says to Karthi every day that he has to play a little slow. He's little fast in moves.
Yes.
What is the most difficult or like a controversial decision that you had to take or resolve while being a chess parent?
Yeah, so recently, Karthi went to World Cadet, right, in Egypt.
Yeah.
So for the round 8 and 11, so Arya sir suggested to take the opening which Karthi is best at. But the circumstances around there, I didn't go. He
No,
went to
yeah.
the Egypt.
Actually, I faced the issue like in eighth round, um, Chess Federation Canada, they assign one coach, two coaches, one coach for us and one coach for like they divided people, one coach and some remaining people other coach. So we faced the issue like the eighth round. What uh, the coach said like he need to play new opening, and so that is a really kind of a big pain for us because Karthi just started learning the new opening in the morning and he played that opening in the afternoon and actually that is a bad decision. In 11th round also we had same tough suggestion to play the new opening because like before games all are recorded games. The coach was suggesting because Karthi played all the games recorded one and the opponent player if he make any defense it's very hard to win but Karthi needs to win that game. So so it's kind of like even I'm not expert whether he play same opening or new opening. That time also like it's our time. I cannot call to Arya sir. Luckily, on 11th round we spoke to Arya. Arya told like you can play regular opening. He won. Unfortunately, he Karthi lost that eighth round. So, but he gave tough competition when he started attacking, but he didn't get the good position until the end game. He played good, but in end game he lost his position and he made one kind of mistake blunder. He lost the game until like he played
So it's
really
difficult in this taking these decisions for the
correct
kids as we don't have much knowledge and as we have to follow the coaches. So it's like we followed like the local one who was being given to us, and we felt bad after. Otherwise, Karthi would have been in top two.
top two. Yeah.
Okay, all right. What is the most inspiring or motivating thing that your child has said or done as a chess player?
I think he was we went to the long what is that he came on second, right?
Hamilton.
Yeah, Hamilton. That is the open category he played. We didn't expect that Karthi win this tournament because the first round he'll draw, second round I think total he played 5 rounds. Out of 5, 2 games are draw. He win 3 rounds, and he plays second. That was like a unexpected thing. First one he played in open category, and all are big players more than him, and yeah, that was really surprising.
So yeah, the inspiring part here is like everybody over there
Yeah.
were just around Karthik's table
Yeah.
and watching it. So it's like Karthik never distracted there because he easily gets distracted at his age. And that day he was very, very focused because that win makes him in top three. And he wanted to be in top three. So he put all his thing there and then he won it. So it's a very inspiring event for us.
Yeah.
How could he do? Everybody or more expected, but of course the game doesn't know how it goes, right?
Yeah.
But he nailed it because he put his focus there. He didn't distract because there were around 100 people around him. He didn't distract there.
All right, that is great to hear. And just before, because of lack of time, we'll just like try to wrap this up. Just before we go, any as you said, right? He wants to be the world champion in the under category. Any aims for him to become like grandmaster? And do you think now Karthi is going to pursue chess like professionally, or like as and when the time comes, maybe he goes into other fields also? Have you guys given thought about something like this?
Yes, we definitely wanted Karthi to pursue chess as his career. That's our main goal, and even his goal is right now that.
Yeah.
So apart from chess, he prefers to be a soccer player or a teacher. That's what he say. But chess is his primary focus right now, and we wanted definitely to be him as a all grandmaster and a world champion as well. So we try to put all our efforts. I feel this is just the beginning for us, even for him.
Yeah, we will give all support to him, to make his success.
All right, awesome. That's great to hear, sir, ma'am. So, Kati, just a quick question: like, how did you get interested in chess, and what do you like the most about chess?
My chess journey was good, and when my dad played on the mobile, then I got my interest.
All right, and what do you love the most about chess?
I like to play at the end game and the middle game.
All right, and for the end games, like, how do you practice end games?
I practice in one website,
Which one? Can you let us know?
chessendgames.com.
Okay, awesome. All right. And for the middle games, do you have like a favorite tactic of yours which you love, like a pin, discover, check, something like that?
I like double attack.
All right, awesome. And do you like playing with your brother also? You practice with your brother, right, Sakit? Do you like playing with him? All
Yeah, I
right.
like
And
playing with him.
okay, awesome. And let's say when your brother is not around, what do you do? Like, how do you practice?
I practice white and black by myself.
Oh, so you play from both the sides
Yeah,
on the board, or like blindfold?
on board.
On board. Awesome. All right. Okay, Kati, so let's say you are playing a tournament, right? And sometimes you face kids who are from higher grades, or like people who are older than you, or also like a stronger rated player. Do you get nervous then?
Uh, I, no, I don't get no. I don't get nervous.
All right. And like, how do you face them? Like, what, you just want to beat them? How do you go about that?
I just play my own chess, and when they make a mistake, I can catch that mistake.
All right. Awesome. Okay. And Kati, like in a game, time management is very important, right? So,
Yes.
so how do you plan your time management in a particular game?
I would like to have the classical about like 30 minutes or 1 hour. I would like to have that time.
Right. And do you divide your time between opening, middle game, and end game? Do you have a plan for something like that?
Yes, at the middle game, I spend more time and the end game.
Okay. All right. And so, Kati, how do you memorize all these openings? There are so many openings in chess, right? So, how do you memorize them?
I memorize in my mind and I keep it in my mind and play it.
All right, awesome. Okay, and all right, so game is one aspect, right? Puzzles are one aspect. Uh, how many puzzles do you solve in a day?
I solve puzzles. I can do 50 puzzles or I can do 10 more after that. That that's how much I can do puzzles.
All right, okay, all right. So, okay, Kati, so if you lose in a game, all right, so after that, what do you like? How do you bounce back? Do you have anything that you think that I should fight back now? What goes in your mind then?
When I'm in a losing position, then I can I can think more. Then I can find I can find good moves, and the opponent can sometimes make mistakes, and then I can win.
All right, so you keep on fighting till the end, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, Kathy, let's just have like a fun segment. Okay. What I'll do is I'll ask you a question. All right. Something which is favorite. Okay. You have to answer it in one word or one line. It's your choice. Okay. All right. So, Kathy, quickly, favorite chess player.
My favorite chess player is Magnus Carlsen because he makes some brilliant moves and he plays slowly and he's a grandmaster for 10 years.
Not grandmaster.
All right. He's the
World
grandmaster for a
champion,
very
right?
long time. I guess you meant world champion, right?
Yeah, world
Yeah.
champion, right? Yeah.
Okay. Does Magnus inspire you, Kathy? Like you want to
No,
be like Magnus?
yeah, I want to be like Magnus.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Okay. Kathy, favorite opening? What's your
My
favorite opening?
favorite for white, my favorite opening is King's Pawn opening, and for black, my favorite is French defense and Sicilian defense.
Okay, awesome, Karthi. And do you like what's your favorite piece? Do you have any preference for any particular piece?
Yes.
My favorite pieces are uh, bishop, knight, and rook because the rook can have open files and the knight can jump one square to the other square and the bishop can control long diagonals.
Awesome. All right. Karthi, what's your favorite food?
Food.
My favorite food is butter chicken and chicken biryani.
All right. And favorite ice cream flavor?
My favorite ice cream flavor is vanilla
All
ice
right.
cream.
And favorite thing to do apart from chess, like favorite thing or hobby to do apart from chess?
My favorite thing is to play soccer at my school.
All right. Do you have a favorite book, Karthi?
Yeah, Dogman Mother Heights and Dogman 20,000 Under the Sea.
All right. And
Sure.
any favorite movie?
My favorite movie is Wrestling Dangal, and I like Dangal because their dad is making their uh, daughters to best.
All right, awesome. Kathy, what's your favorite time control? Classical, rapid, blitz, or bullet?
I like classical because you can have more time.
Awesome. And any favorite chess variant? 960, Bug House, Crazy House, or something like that?
I like Crazy House and Chess 960.
Awesome. All right. And do you have a favorite chess website? What's your favorite chess website?
My favorite chess website is Chessable.
All right. And Kathy, last quick question. What's your favorite chess memory?
My favorite chess memory is uh when I play with a big player, then I can just play my own. I can remember more about CYCC, which I played at Calgary. I can remember
Which
more. I can remember the sixth round more.
Why?
Because it was a long game.
Okay. All right, Kathy. Okay. So, and Kathy, what's your future goal in chess? Like, what do you want to become in chess?
At under 10, I want to win the CYCC and then I want to go to the championship and win that and play with Magnus.
Right. Okay. Awesome, Karthi. That's right. And Karthi, do you want to also become a grandmaster?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. So that's about it, Karthi. Thanks for your time. And yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Thank you, Karthi. All right. Sir, ma'am. So that's about it. We won't take your time. So with Arya, like I can maybe have some questions with him later. So like because just a second. Arya, we covered a bit. All right. So yeah, Arya, it might take time. So we'll do our section segment later. And sir, ma'am, sorry, we won't keep you more engaged as it's already one and about more than an hour. And yeah, so that's about it. I hope you had fun. I hope this session is
Yeah,
nice.
Yes,
it's a good session. Yeah.
it's good.
All right. And sure, ma'am, sir, I'll just like we'll this might take time for coming out, like editing and everything, what parts to keep, what might not to keep. So
Mhm.
we'll decide and I'll shoot it with Arya also. And yeah, so I'll keep you in loop. If you also have any suggestions or anything like that, feel free to just like post it on WhatsApp. Like we are there on WhatsApp. So I'll also like give you like keep you updating what is happening, like a rough cut or a final cut, whatever comes out. So I'll just let you know.
Sure.
Sure. Yeah.
And
Definitely.
sir, ma'am, that story about the parent was actually true, the Canadian thing. They were last second in the tournament and I was taking the trials and they came in and they were like, okay. So, and Arya had posted one day before only on Slack that he was the Canadian champion or something like that, like on our company channel. And I hadn't checked it out. So as soon as they said, then I went and checked it out. Oh, this happened. So like the impact is like next day only, like the other parents are coming and talking to us. So thank you so much for that. Uh,
So
all
it's
right.
a pleasure as we are part of this academy,
Yeah.
and lucky we are so lucky that we got Arya sir. That's I say always to everybody,
Yeah.
and even I'm okay to forward this Premier Chess Academy thing to the people because that helps their kids to develop the chess, right? So it doesn't bother us anything, and we are happy to share that. We already I think we shared more than 50 as of now. I remember, and I also see most of the students, few of them in Arya sir class whom we know from here as we already regularly touch base with them, right? So I don't know but the rest of the thing if they're part of other teacher or not. But yeah, it's a happy and it's a privilege for us to be part of this. And I definitely wanted to thank Arya sir for his continuous support and mentorship for the Karthi. And I hope this continues long until Karthi becomes Grandmaster and Chess Champion, World Champion.
All right. We also wish Karthi best of luck for the same, to become like focusing on the current immediate goals and long-term goals as well. Uh, all right. So we'll have end the session here. If you have anything to add, like feel free. And otherwise, I'll just keep you updated. Arya, any last words from your side?
I think that's it. I mean, I would say Karti's parents have been like really, really supportive and that, like supporting your kids rather than, missing the weekends. And that's really a big step forward. Yeah. And well, yeah, that's it from my side. That's all I can like, hope for from a parent. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great deal of sacrifice. As sir was saying, we don't do anything. We can ma'am you up planning his scheduling his tournaments. Sir is focusing on their calendar for what to practice and not. So,
Yeah.
great team effort there. And I hope this interview also inspire other parents and like other parents also learn some things from that. And yeah, so that's about it from our side. And thank you so much for your time taking out again on the weekend on Sunday and
Yeah. No
cooperating.
problem.
Hi Arya, how do you measure or evaluate Karti's progress in chess?
So about measuring, I would say like there's every time I see his like rating is always going up. Like it never goes down. Okay, some days it's a bit rough, but yeah, most of the times he just always playing and improving his rating. And well, yeah, that's it. Like he started back at I don't know maybe around roughly around 2 years ago, and back then he was 1400. He joined as an advanced beginner Right now, he's close to advanced level actually. So like almost the last level in our academy, and his rating skyrocketed to 2200. So almost like an 800 rating improvement, and that is definitely a lot. He's competing with the best players in his category, and he plays with them even right now. Like I think yesterday he played against those kids, and he actually scored 4.5 out of 5, and that does say something, right? He is the fifth in the world and still beating all of them. Yeah.
All right. And this rating you're talking about leeches, right?
Yeah, it's leeches, yes.
All right. And any other tools or methods that you use specifically for Karthi? Or any of
So
your
in terms of
childs that you think are like special child prodigies or special who shows potential in chess?
hmm. So I would say like first thing is at this moment he needs to give more and more focus on chess. So sometimes whenever he is available, I just ask him to join the classes, and any random day, and he always is eager to join. And as for the tools, I would say, as his friend said, like they got gifted chess base, and so I was like, yeah, when he has chess base now, why should I not give him some files, to like prepared by myself, by with my like own preparation basically, to ask him to go through them and like for the openings, and of course he always uses chessable, and I would say that like right now, that's basically the zeitgeist of chess world. Like everybody uses chessable nowadays. Yeah, and that's a great tool to improve your chess, I would say.
Okay. And how do you pick up tournaments for Karthi, and or how do you prepare specifically for the tournaments for Karthi?
About the tournaments, I'm very sure he plays weekly and even monthly tournaments. And I always encourage their parents to like get them to play the over the board matches whenever they are like available and according to your schedule. And like the big tournaments, like for example, he had Pan American tournaments, Canadian National Championship. Well, those preparations, I had some days I asked him to join one-on-one class, like to discuss with him like what we can do next. Even before the World Championship, I asked him like to join one class one-on-one. So, just to prepare against the particular opponents. And yeah, that's basically it. Like I asked him to, I sent him some of my own preparations for the opening. We talk a lot about middle games in our classes, and that's it.
All right. And how do you like keep his passion and interest in chess? Like, how do you foster that among kids?
Uh, Among kids, okay, I would say like I let them practice most of the time. Like that's the best, like fun part. They all are waiting for in a class. And as for the passion, they need to keep on. I just show them some big achievements. For example, even for Karthi, like for example, if Karthi is in a class and the other kids are always getting motivated to see Karthi, like he's the world number fifth, and he's getting recognized by the whole world. And I always encourage them like they can get the same thing too if they can get close to Karthi, right? Like if they can almost beat Karthi, not even beat, like just at least hold on against Karthi, that's already a big achievement. They can also get the recognition. So yeah, that's part of it. Like always showing a big figure and approaching that. And also, it's not like you have to do that. Sometimes the kids are like playing for fun. That's all right. That's completely fine. Of course, it's all up to you. Yeah. In that case, I mean, I'm always like playful with them. Like they're asking whatever they want to do. Even sometimes I remember there are kids who said that they wanted to dance in front of everyone, and I was like, why not? Sure, go ahead. And they basically turned on some music and it started dancing just during the class. So it's like a very nice environment all the time.
All right, awesome. And what are some of the benefits or advantages of coaching like a chess prodigy here?
Oh, definitely. I would say, I mean, for example, this is a thing that I learned, like, being a chess coach as well. And I always thought, well, if I'm teaching someone, it isn't like I have to go down my level, and it's also like making my, own style, worsening it. But in case of Karthi, I would say it didn't harm a single thing because he's always asking questions that I have to go through and think about myself. So, and those questions are not easy for me to answer. So I have to think a lot. I have to spend time thinking about them as well. So I would say it definitely helped me to.
All right. And what are those challenges, especially here, like while teaching someone as talented as Karthi?
Yeah, definitely. As I said, the questions that are coming up sometimes, and he has deep thoughts as well. Like his questions are always very intellectual. Like he's asking why this is not happening, and I have to think, I mean, like is this working out, or those kinds of questions are difficult to answer sometimes, and that is the most challenging part, I would say.
All right. And there were some challenges with the openings and everything, as we understood from the parents, right? So, how do you introduce new openings or new ideas to the kids? And like as an expert coach, how do you feel like how do they adapt and learn and grow through that?
So basically, I like to. We actually did like a whole opening, session for I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 months. So when we were just discussing every single opening, but the ideas of them, like the first 5 or 6 moves, and then the ideas of what we need to do, what are the characteristics, and all those stuff. And that's pretty much how he picked up most of the openings. Like Karthi actually plays every single opening, Carafan, French, Sicilian, everything. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like we just go through the openings, the like the typical middle game ideas, and well, as I said, I sent him some of my own preparation for the World Championship, so that's how he picked it up.
All right. And what do you have a talk with him when there are setbacks in the tournament or there are losses in the tournament?
Mhm. Yeah, so like I think in the first loss, his parent wanted him to talk to me, like what happened and what should he do next. All I said is that, well, believe in yourself. You have also defeated me a couple of times. Yeah. So if you can beat me, then you can definitely beat anyone in that tournament, right? And yeah, that's just how I motivate them. Like, just believe in yourself. Don't think about anything else. Like, setbacks are obviously thing. Like, your life doesn't always go straight. Yeah, it has to have some ups and downs. So just don't think about it. Believe in yourself. That's it.
All right. And how do you collaborate or coordinate with the parents for Karti's continuous progress?
Yeah, for as for the communication, as I said, it's very informal. Like any time of the day, I'm always available for like any kinds of questions. And whenever they ask, I always answer them. And if I find something interesting, I also share them. Like for example, the other day I had to create a leeches database for them to practice, and I just went ahead and shared them in the WhatsApp. Like ask Karthi to discuss this with his brother and work on it, all those things. Just like a very informal conversation through WhatsApp. As I said, 24/7, I'm always available.
All right. And do you collaborate with other coaches or experts in the field for like his progress or growth?
Well, not particularly, but well, I do like to share you know, his achievements with everyone. Like,
All right. And just last question here. The role that uh, Premier Chess Academy has played in Karti's journey or your journey as a coach?
yeah, definitely, I would say like premiers. I mean, it could have been way different if I hadn't waken up at 3 a.m. that day. Like, Karthi may have gone to some other coaches. He may not have even seen me. Definitely, I would. I don't know if it's luck or anything, but yeah, it had a lot of efforts in both Karthi's journey, and also it helped me a lot as well.
All right.
Like adding Karthi as in my portfolio of, as a chess coach definitely helps a lot.
Definitely. All right. And where do you see Karthi going in the future?
Um, so right now, I would say he does have a lot of chances to. I'm very sure he will be the champion in the under 10 Canadian championship. But for the World Championship, well, he needs to practice a little more. And I'm very sure, like, if he can put on this much of effort at this age, he can definitely go places. I mean, he can even become the youngest grandmaster if he puts in more effort. Yeah, like he has the ability.
So, yeah, Arya, that's about it. Looking forward for more sessions or interviews like this with other kids in the future.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Definitely. Okay.
Okay, all right. So I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.